Greetings and welcome back to the NA Challengers Cup exclusively on Twitch. I'm Zhack with you on the solo cast today, and we're going to hop right back into this matchup as Lost Ones trail Ping Crew 2 maps to 1, and there is so much talent between these two rosters, and I don't want to hold you from their dynamic playstyle any longer, so without further ado, let's hop right back into it. Map 4, it's Hardpoint on Garrison, and I love this map for so many different reasons, but one of the biggest ones is because it gives teams the abilities to make game-changing plays by holding full 60 hills. I'm talking about P2 and P3. If your team has the slaying prowess, you have the opportunity to either get off to a huge advantage or make an incredible comeback, and the slaying department is something that these two teams definitely have talent in the category, as we see the rosters just going down the side of each. Lost Ones, Teddy Rex, Mohawk, Tiny, and Karma. On the other side, Zed, Den, Sensor, and Goonjar. And I love seeing so many familiar faces from the past, and for those of you who have not been following the Challenger scene for so long, well, you're going to get into it this season, and I think it's so unique what the Challenger scene has become. As we know, 12 teams in the CDL, and we're back to 4v4, so that means only the top 48 players in the universe are going to be on a professional roster, which just makes the talent pool so much greater in the Challenger scene, and it will make for a bunch of exciting matchups this season. Right now, Lost Ones off to a big lead here. 13 points is the advantage that they have after P1, and they get set up for P2. Take a look at Tiny, 5-3 thus far, and Lost Ones holding the initial time on this hill, but Teddy goes down as Zed breaks it, and now Ping Crew take over, and after they give up the lead at P1, they look to make a run here in P2, but the full team setting up for the push now. Karma looks on, gets some shots in, and the timing is there for Tiny as he picks up 2 before he goes down, and just like that, Karma with the pistol able to do work. And if you're a team like Lost Ones, you feel so lucky to be able to have Karma. We know his story. He said he was retiring in the past, but we've seen him so far in Cold War competing with former teammates like Aches and some of his former fellow duos and trios that we've seen him compete with, as Tiny continues to pop off 8-4 now. But Karma brings so much game intelligence, knowledge, the callouts, the slaying ability, how he has played the OBJ over time. I mean, he is Mr. 3 Rings. So I think if you're some of these more, not inexperienced, but players who haven't seen the main stage like Karma has, you have to feel very fortunate to have him on your team, as we're over in P3 now, just about a 25-point lead for Lost Ones. Ping Crew has the lead. Teddy Rex pre-aiming pretty much anything that you can at this point in time. Swaps over to the 74 year for close quarter combat, picks up 1, looking for 2 on Sensor, and Teddy Rex able to get it done. That's a full 4 dead, and Lost Ones yet again with a big break, and now we'll see how long they can hold P3. Teddy Rex, one of those other players that I'd love to touch on. For those of you who have been following the scene for such a long time, like myself, we've seen Teddy compete as an S&D star for years and years, since about Black Ops 3 when he was teaming with Major Maniac and a couple other players. 10-5 so far in this map, but we've seen Teddy grind through the open bracket play, and now in Challenger season, and this time 82-37 the lead for Lost Ones, and Teddy Rex a big part of that 10-5, and Tiny also in the double-digit kill range, 10-9. As we head over to P4, you got to look at the slaying category for Ping Crew, and they needed to step it up all around. Sensor really lacking right now, 5-11 in this map. The control is in favor of Ping Crew so far, but as I say that, Tiny picks up 1. Now the hill, it's going to be contested between the two of them. It's going to see who the gunfights will go to. You look at your minimap, Karma gets work done. Tiny with another 2-piece, and just like that, total map control goes to Lost Ones. Ping Crew spawning out, and it's been sort of the way that this one has gone so far. It's that Ping Crew, they've had the initial breaks, but they aren't able to slay out and hold anything, and Lost Ones have picked up about the last 30 seconds each time around. 45-point lead for them as they elect to kind of hold back on this hill, begin to rotate, give up the scrap time, and that's something that you see now with these intelligent players all these Call of Duty centered mines as Tiny on a 5 streak finally gets cut down. But oftentimes you'll see more inexperienced teams and players fight for that extra scrap time instead of just saying, hey, chalk it, chalk it, chalk it, rotate to new. We can have a big hold here, and that's something that gives you an advantageous push. And now Den's putting in work, headshot after headshot, cleans up the trophy and looking to get back in it. Ping Crew just down by about 30. Kills come in now for Mohawk as he looks over Karma, gets it done with the Krig, and the slaying department for Ping Crew, it's all in favor of Zed right now, the only man in double digits, to whereas on Lost Ones, every single player picking up double-digit kills, reading the map all the way through it, and just like the script goes, it continues to stay consistent. The first 30 seconds or so given up to Ping Crew, but Lost Ones able to hold the last few, and Mohawk getting shots down in the hill as we get ready to rotate. Everyone's setting up back over towards P1 as we run in to the second set of rotations. Tiny causing havoc up in top control, holding his own, making sure everything is clear for his squad as they go to contest here back to P1. Mohawk now able to hold a corner, eat a grenade like it's nothing, get some intel for his team, put some shots towards Sensor and wait for reinforcements. They won't be there, but Mohawk can do it himself, picks up the kill on Goonjar. Now Sensor, that's a big two-piece, gives the 5 spree to Mohawk before eventually getting cut down by Dens. But it just looks crispy for Lost Ones right now. They're communicating well. Everyone is on the same page, rotating, putting in team shots, and even on the objective, everyone except for Tiny, almost towards the minute mark in the OBJ as we get set to head back to P2. Look at the setup at your minimap. Players 7 and 8, Tiny and Karma are already in position to be able to hold P2. Zed, the only man that's able to contest. Tiny now has the intel. No, he's in top control. Gets the shots down. Kill not going to come through, but 3 dead nonetheless on the side of Ping Crew. And just another beautiful wipe for Lost Ones. They've really been dominant throughout the course of this game, and everybody's streaking now for Lost Ones. Mohawk was on a 4 before he eventually fell down, positive 7 on the map. And this is one of the hills I talked about. P2 is one that if you can slay out, hold spawns, you have the opportunity to hold a full 60. And this is something that Lost Ones are doing right now as their lead climbs and climbs to 70 points now, and they aren't looking to stop anytime soon. Tiny in good position. Mohawk looking over as his saving grace with the AR picks up a couple, and it just looks like clockwork for the side of Lost Ones in this one. Go up by 80 and counting. And if you're Ping Crew in this situation, you almost just have to chalk it up, set up for new, and hope that you can hold off a miracle, almost getting 100-point clubbed at this point. And the kills need to come through. I highlighted Sensor early on, 9 and 23. Got to get it going. Over now to P3. Tiny looks to break. Zed meets him there, and Sensor picks up 2 to get himself back on the board. And a good break. 3 dead now. Ping Crew able to get it going. Karma slides through, and he'll be met with the challenge. And now a good setup here. Ping Crew able to pick up some kills, get in the hill. But once again, 25 seconds is all they had. And now the push comes through from Lost Ones. They look to take over and see if Goonjar can contest. Goonjar unable to do so. Karma picks up a 2-piece, and there it is, the clean break. The kills come in, and it's the same thing over and over, hill after hill. Lost Ones just look super clean in this respawn. They're making all the right plays, all the right shot calls, and that's allowing them to open up situations as they hold this final 6 seconds. You can see Goonjar set up in the next hill, but he'll be met by Karma, who's looking to close the lane out, and the rotations come through now from everybody. Goonjar, last man standing in the hill, goes down, but that is traded out. So now Mohawk holding over towards P1, waiting to get the intel. Zed in a cheeky spot right now in the back corner, holding the box, looking to get some intel, and he almost wins the gunfight against Karma, but the pistol comes through. And as we know, the pistol's almost just as good as a primary in this game. I feel like I'm saying this time and time again like a broken record, but Mohawk on another 5 spree as we hop on board with him. He's looking to control catwalk back and forth, make it 6 in a row against Dens. Finally cuts down by Zed in that situation. Just 15 seconds left on this hill. I don't think Lost Ones will have the time to be able to close out the map, but nonetheless, they're popping off. Nonetheless, they're popping off in the kill feed. Karma, now on a 5 streak of his own. He was invited to the Mohawk and Tiny party, getting the slaying done, and it just looks good to have Karma back and competing. Pending a miracle, it's going to be a map 4 win and forcing a game 5. There's not a lot of better words in a simple phrase than those ones right there in Call of Duty. Maybe round 11 in a game 5, because we know in the CDL we get free burritos. I won't be giving Chipotle to anybody today, but it looks like Lost Ones gonna be able to do it. Karma picks up a kill. Now just 2 seconds is all they need to close it out. Karma able to find the final hill time, and we're going to a map 5. Welcome back here, Zhack with you, bringing my pretty face back on the camera, and a huge statement victory and a lot of momentum gained from that hardpoint victory on the side of Lost Ones. Everyone was clicking and they were in the right spot at the right time. It allowed them to simply dominate Ping Crew in this match, force the game 5, and it'll be on the same map, Garrison SMD, to close out the series when we return.